evening, one and all, and welcome to Grid Vision. It is the J&M Group Monday Night Cup Series live from virtual Daytona International Speedway, and it's race number 1 of the series with the Grid Vision fellas up in the booth right now. Joe LaCastro, Sheldon Atkins, and Austin Derbyshire down in the truck. As usual, we are going to bring you the best iRacing has to offer, and that starts with the best track, I think, for this type of racing, Daytona International. Here we go with the Google Earth satellite camera flying down. Opened February 22nd, 1959, and here we are, February 2nd, 2026, celebrating this amazing piece of architecture. Now, Sheldon, are you ready to start this series off?
Absolutely, and no better way to start than at the High Bakes Daytona World Center of Speed, and we're going to see a lot of great action here today. Definitely looks like in the offseason, iRacing sort of fixed the Cup Series package here at the plate tracks. Looks like these guys have a lot more options than what we saw back in the fall. And, I mean, if you look at the field count right now, it is pretty stacked. Lots of drivers in here, pretty much a full field from Daytona. And it's going to be a very exciting way to start off the season.
Very exciting indeed. It's a lot of fun. I was just recently calling some Daytona road course action, but this time we're back on the oval, where I like to be, where we can really open it up a little bit. So let's talk a little bit about going around that oval. How about that? I think we might have a few keys to the race to share with these nice people watching at home.
Yeah, and the first thing that you're going to want to do here tonight, and you're not going to have really much any success if you don't find yourself a dance partner. You want to have somebody to work with, somebody that you could trust here in the draft. Slipstream is king at these super speedways, and you're not going to be able to do a whole lot if you're just one man versus the world, so you got to find somebody to work with. But while you're dancing, you don't want to step on too many toes. You don't want to get out there and, hook somebody off the front bumper. You don't want to mix it up too much, make too much of a mess, because the field is very self-policing when it comes to guys that are like that, and they'll do everything they can to kind of cycle you out. And to finish it all up, we're at a super speedway. We're going to have about 30 cars packed together within about 2.5, 3 seconds of each other. And that always means that there's the opportunity for a big one, and you do not want to die here. No, sir. And here we're doing 80 laps around, so that means plenty of chances to follow those keys and do your best. But let's talk about our picks for tonight. It's a brand new series. It's kind of everything's up in the air. We just want to see how things are going. I took a look at the list of the practice list, and Trevor Dalton jumped out to me. The 27 of Trevor Dalton. I got a feeling about him tonight, so let's see what he can do. How about you, Sheldon? Trevor Dalton, definitely a solid pick, but I got to go with old buddy in the 25 machine. I got to go with Jacob Zala. Finished the season off last year with a big win, one that he'd been hunting all year long. And I feel like tonight he's going to make his presence known because he's pretty good at these super speedways.
And down in the truck, it's the number 16 of Michael Matta. That's where things are going. 27, 25, and 16. That's the pick 3 for today. And drivers, if you're listening or watching, remember, get your information on gridvision.live as soon as you can. The more you do, the better it's going to look when we start pulling out all the stops and showing you what Grid Vision can really do in just a few short weeks here. We've got some incredible things to show off. So remember, gridvision.live. Go there, upload your information, totally free. Get your stuff up there, and we will have you on the big screen here.
I do believe that we've lost our good buddy Joe LaCastro there for a second. But as we get a beautiful overhead shot here of the 2.5 mile Daytona Super Speedway, and I do believe it's about time that we pull up the qualifying results, where everybody's going to start here on the grid. And rolling off the grid here in P1 is going to be...
Hey, I'm back.
There we are. It's going to be the 94 machine of Maxwell Caldwell with Andrew Pileshi to the outside in the 81. Rolling off P3, it's going to be Austin Call with Todd Merkel to the outside, the 2 machine. 5th on the grid, going to be Kyle Franklin with Peyton Holland in the 6th position. 7th place is going to be Jonathan Cassabear with Michael Matta in 8th. And then rounding out the top 10 is going to be Charles Whitehead and Adam Gladfelter.
Back after that technical, sorry about that. Justin Lewis in 11th with John Kelly in 12th. Ronnie Hurst in 13th with Logan Wilson in 14th there on the outside. Rylan Long in 15th with Drew Kuhn in 16th. Trevor Dalton in 17th with Joshua Yarbrough in 18th. Jacob Zala in 19th, and Dad Teasley in 20th.
We're on the grid. P21 is going to be Jacob Prince with Brad Wilson to the outside 22nd. 23rd is going to be Brian Curry with David Yordica in 24th. 25th place is going to be Eric Johnson with Brandon Brock in 26th. And 27th is going to be Caleb Elswick with Terry Litweiler in 28th. And rounding out the top 30 is going to be Ryan Fooch with Jacob Ainsworth in 30th.
And let's see what happens here. 31st, it's Ryan White. 32nd, Charles Wilson. 33rd, John David Bradford. 34th, Cale Peterson. 35th, Landon Cano. 36th, Jordan Massey. 37th, Scott Ford Jr. 38th, J.J. Reed. 39th, Aaron Sellers. And 40th, Ronnie Welchel. Take it away for the last list here, buddy.
It looks like I believe it's only 2 extra pit stops here, so it's going to be Mark Brown and Rob Williams running out the 42-car field here from Daytona. Only 42 pit stalls, which means some of these guys probably wish that they had a little bit of a dual situation like we were talking earlier that OB is going to have Thursday night.
Yeah.
A few go homers this evening.
There's a few names on this list here of qualifiers that did not make it in terms of the number of stalls available. But here we are rolling off the grid, getting ready to get started, folks. Thank you for joining us here for tonight's race. Really nice to have you. It's going to be a good one. Already, we know that there's a lot of anticipation for this league. It's going to be a lot of fun. We had a good time before. We're going to have a good time again, and we're going to start things off with Daytona. Here we got the pace lap going out. You can see out in front, it's Caldwell and Paleshi. Getting things ready.
Feels kind of right though that top 4 all drivers we saw last year put together really great playoff championship runs. Maxwell Caldwell, Paleshi, Austin Call, Todd Merkel, all guys that last season felt like they were the ones to beat. And here we are starting things off at Daytona, new season, bunch of new drivers in the field, but the cream always finds a way to rise to the top.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And here they are now at the top, looking good as we come down the back stretch. And now coming around 3 and 4, very soon the pace car will be off and we will be getting things going here on Grid Vision, folks. Make sure you've got your drinks and your popcorn ready. You're on the edge of your seat like we are as well for how things are going to go. White with Mr. Caldwell and Paleshi out in front. Call and Merkel right behind. Everybody is stacked up. They are excited. You can see the anticipation in the field as we come down in front of the grandstand now. Daytona is the place to get it started, and it's the place to make your name known. So let's go ahead and make some names today. There goes the pace car. The green flag is waving, and we are go, go, go! And an excellent first lap. Maxwell Caldwell leading things with a stack of 4 cars deep. Caldwell, Call, Paleshi, and Merkel leading everybody. Then they're 2 wide from there on back. Nothing so far but green racings, folks. It's looking fantastic here for the first couple of laps here at Daytona.
Great start there for the bottom. As you can see, the 38 machine of Peyton Holland dug down to the inside line. Does not want to be stuck up there on top. Remember, we got a 60% fuel cell here, which means these guys are going to be burning through the gas relatively quick. Everybody just wants to get down to the bottom, start saving fuel early so they can make a charge at the end of this run before they come down pit road.
Charge they shall. That two wide situation has started to thin out a little bit as we get further back. Now the two wide looks like it's Justin Lewis and Adam Glatfelter. Actually, excuse me, Michael Matta there on the outside. Lewis just a little bit ahead of Matta. Matta falling back with the K-Pop Demon Hunter 76. Or 16, excuse me.
Oh, and he almost got turned around there. A little bit of an off-center push there from the 44 of Gladfelter. Matta washes up the hill. The corner just got grabbed a little bit there on the 16 machine. Really had to pedal it to avoid getting hooked back into the field. A great save from Matta because that could have been calamity early.
It could be. Oh, Lewis!
A huge stack up on the bottom lane.
Yeah, Lewis trying to find some space, but ends up flushing Whitehead. Charles Whitehead now in the 40. Is in the middle.
Yeah, Whitehead in the middle, stuck in the sucker hole, as DW used to refer to it. Able to work himself back down to the bottom, though. The 24 machine of Ryan Long gave him a little bit of breathing room, let him get himself gathered back up. That's a favor that'll probably be repaid later in the race here for these two.
Let's see.
Right now we see that bottom lane just swarming here.
Yeah. Really just...
Outside lines. They're trying to make something happen here in this outside line.
Yeah, there's not enough consistency, though. It just feels too loose for something to actually happen. As soon as there's an opening in the bottom lane, people are taking it. But here we go with a big push. The 25 now surging ahead. Jacob Zala on the outside. He's almost side by side with Justin Lewis there, getting a little bit of help from behind with Ronnie Hurst.
I told you at the start of the hour that 25 machine is going to be one of the ones to watch here. Definitely wants to get up there and have an opportunity to mix it up at the front and get a good showing in. And you see him, he's pretty much going to pick the contrarian strategy more often than not, because it's what typically pays off for him, especially here at the big tracks.
That's right. Now he's got to deal with the 73 of Jonathan Cassaber just ahead of him here. Jacob Zala trying to make the top line a fast line, so that's going to involve pushing Jonathan, get that Diet Pepsi car out of the way, or just get him ahead of the 95 of Kyle Franklin. And ahead of them, that stack of four is still a stack of four with Todd Merkel at the back leading them. The two wide situation once again finding its way up to fourth place.
They're definitely making some good steam up here. The question is, if they can keep, are those guys behind them going to stay committed? Because eventually these guys in the back, once they realize that they're not making a whole lot of headway, everybody kind of taps out a little too early here. Yeah. Will the man who's in front be the man to lead the group? And in this case, it's Jonathan Cassaber. And I think he's doing a pretty good job right now, just maintaining that outside line, getting a little bit of side draft in here when he can. Now he's very close down to the 95, using that center line as best he can. I think he's a good leader for this outside lane, but the question is, will Zala want to move a little faster? And we see now Zala gave him the push, bumped him up a little bit. Michael Matta makes the slide down to the inside line. And it just comes down now to keeping the temps right. If you're Jacob Zala on the 25 machine, you see him get real aggressive with the push. You saw him fall back there for that last half a lap. To try and cool the temps a little bit. You can't be too aggressive on the rear bumper for too long. You see Cassaber decides, we're not making headway, ducks back down to the bottom, right in front of the 16 of Michael Matta.
Yeah, just what we were talking about. As soon as there is room, somebody from the top line goes down to the bottom lane and takes that spot. And there was just enough of an opportunity there for Cassaber to make that move. He did it safely enough that now he's tucked into this bottom line, which always feels like it's going places. But that top line, Zala was catching up to him. He was in the bubble, and now Zala out in front. He's got pushed through all this air on his own. And I'm not sure if he's getting the kind of push from behind him that he was giving to the man, Jonathan Cassaber.
Yeah, Ronnie Hurst getting up to the back bumper here at the 3 and 4, starting to close up that advantage. A great surge of steam here for Jacob Zala. Just has to find a hole to get to the bottom if he really wants to capitalize on this. You really got to start being aggressive with that side draft, too. You want to break up those cars in the inside lane a little bit. Make them lose momentum so you can build it.
That's right. And And so far here, we've got some incredible momentum being built. I was spoken a little bit too soon because we've definitely seen some speed out of Zala and Hurst. Hurst getting up into that bumper and pushing him all the way through some of these turns too, even.
Also, how about that cat in the 95 machine down there, Kyle Franklin? Pretty sure it's a new addition to the league here this season. Up here mixing it up with some of the big stars from last year, running in that top 5 range. And a very nice looking Davey Allison tribute paint scheme.
Oh, Texaco star.
Yeah.
A lot of wiggling out of Ronnie Hurst right now. Looks like he's lost a little bit of stability that he had there. That's going to cost him some flatline speed. As the 25 surges forward, Jacob Zala might be looking to get just ahead of Kyle Franklin, maybe, but here comes Justin Lewis, pops up to the top line and says, you know what, I'll get a little slice of this. And he starts pushing Jacob Zala a little bit ahead of Kyle Franklin.
Yeah, what happened with Ronnie Hurst there was he got a little bit of a surprise push from the machine behind him of Logan Wilson in the 76 coming out of the corner. Really upset the balance of the 22 machine, does a good job keeping it straight. And now Lewis up here at the top, and we saw how good Lewis was at pretty much everything last season, that 7 machine. It'll be interesting to see how he starts this year off.
That's true. Very good drives out of Justin Lewis. Now here comes the front. We've got some traffic now. The 77 here. That's Joshua Yarbrough. He's fallen back. He's outside the traffic, but the 25 still presses ahead. Jacob Zala.
Big issues at the start of the race for Yarborough. Losing a lap there. I think missed the start. Maybe some kind of a technical issue for him. But he's down on the apron, off the pace right now. And way off of the draft already.
Yes, sir. And Zala had to fall back, it looks like here. The 25 having a little bit of a slip and slide situation. But he's back on it now, getting himself geared up yet again. They were very close here, the outside line, as that traffic was coming through, to making some headway towards the front of the front pack here. But yet again, the front pack of 4 cars, Caldwell, Call, Paleshi, Merkel, all 4 of those guys in a line are still just a hair's breadth ahead of all of the too wide activity behind them.
So I do think we're getting ready to get to that point where we're going to be questioning fuel windows too.
Yeah.
As we said, 60% fuel cell. And these guys are running pretty hard right now. There's there's a whole lot of fuel saving on tap right now.
No one's
really
saving.
You can really measure the whole fuel saving by how fast the outside line is compared to the bottom. Right now, since the outside is just barely hanging even, that inside lane, as far as lap time goes, got a good feeling these guys on the bottom are pretty much smoking them as much as they can.
They are, for sure. Now, Maxwell Caldwell has fallen back a little bit, losing some speed and stacking up the top 4 really tight now. This has put Merkel side by side with Zala for just a little bit. But Caldwell has sandwiched Call between himself and Paleshi. They're all staying very, very straight, but they're losing the air on the front of those cars. They might end up heating up pretty quick.
Yeah, right now, Call is just doing everything he can to try and push that machine of Caldwell ahead of him. He's keeping enough distance right now. They can get a little bit of airflow to the radiator on that 18 machine, so I don't think he's got to really panic too much right now. Really, he's just focusing his push on the straightaways. If you can time it right and build enough gap between you and the car in front of you in the corner, about I'd say a quarter of a car length or so, you can really cool it off and make a big stab on the straightaway. Give him 2 or 3 good shots down the backstretch, maybe 1 down the tri-oval, depending on how aggressive you're trying to be. And by the time you get done with the corner, you've got the temps back down to where they're not screaming at you.
Yeah. Well, let's see if they can avoid overheating here, as they are now spread out yet again pretty well. It looks like we're going 3 wide though. Zala in the sucker hole. He's fallen back. On the outside, it's Lewis. Where's Zala going to go from here?
Lewis doesn't have any help right now, though. Looks like Zala's going to come back down the back straightaway. He pulls up a side draft. No, Lewis going to take over. Maybe those 2 swapping out spots for temperature reasons. And that's exactly what it is. Lewis just came over the radio, said he was overheating.
All right, a little cooperation, a little understanding on the track right now. Lewis was just overheating, trying to pop out for that, but it looked like a signal, and Zala took it. Fell back just a little bit. Justin Lewis right now, though, in the 7, tucked in behind Trevor Dalton now in the 27, who's made his way up just a little bit here. Trevor Dalton now up 6 from where he started in 11th position.
Yeah, so one thing that Justin Lewis didn't want to see was another car in front of him trying to cool that engine down a little bit. Now Trevor Dalton's moved up there in front, trying to be opportunistic, get a shot to the front of the pack. This is going to make that overheating situation that Lewis was complaining about even a bigger issue.
Yeah, it's going to be even more overheaty, and he's going to have to try that move another time. But we'll see if it'll be just as successful with Dalton as it was with Zala when Justin Lewis attempts to get his nose out.
Oh, he almost turns him there out of 4. Big wiggle from the 27 machine. Lewis had the tires picked up off the ground. And now Michael Matta going to come to the top line, try and get a little bit of air off of the 27 machine himself.
Oh, no, Justin Lewis's worst nightmare. Now he's stacked up with 2 cars there. The overheating is already becoming a problem. Michael Matta staying just a little closer to the inside line than the 27 behind him. Drawing a bit of a different line there as we go through 1 and 2 into the backstretch.
I would argue that this is probably actually a little more optimal for Justin Lewis than just having the 27 machine in front of him.
Yeah, I think so.
So now Trevor Dalton can be the one that's aggressive with the push and push that 16 car all the way around the track. That gives Lewis a little bit of an opportunity to breathe it in the corners and then build the charge on the straightaway.
That's a good point. It's a very good point. Different strategy, different way to look at it, but I think that it does give Justin Lewis a more, a little more room to breathe, so to speak. To coin the phrase to borrow your turn of phrase there, it gives him some room to breathe for sure. Now out in front of the 2-car stack, the 2x2x2. That's Michael Matta on the outside. He's got a bit of instability there. It just loses the back end just a little bit. Whereas next to him, it's Peyton Holland in the Ghost Energy Drink car. Peyton falls back a little bit, lets the 95 take over that battle.
I'll tell you one thing that doesn't get talked about enough here at these super speedways too is how it's basically a tale of 2 races depending on which lane you're in. You know, the bottom lane is just easy going, lift for the checkups in front of you, just try not to run over the guy. You spend more time off throttle than you really think you do. Then up on the outside line, you're just hammered down, trying to hold onto the car in front of you and not lose his weight. And everything up top goes so much faster than it does on the bottom.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And unfortunately for the former leader of the charge here, it looks like we've who was that just cycled back all the way there? That was Trevor Dalton. 27 to Dalton, cycled all the way back to the back of the top line there. Gave the front top line to Michael Matta and Justin Lewis for them to lead the way here. Jacob Zala behind, gives the bump to Lewis. Says, I'm here still, and we're going to make sure we get to the front.
Dalton's overheating. You see these guys working with a little bit of lap traffic here now. One car slow up against the fence. Giving plenty of room to the field here, though.
And doing their best. Ooh, Matta very close there to the 81 of Andrew Pileshi. That brief scare is going to allow a massive surge here now, and Michael Matta is your race leader.
A huge charge, 4-car stack down to the bottom to your new race leader, Michael Matta, pulling Justin Lewis to the inside lane with him.
What a move.
Jacob Zala. It's going to leave Zala the odd one out there. Just see him try to work the top line with help from Ronnie Hurst. At the inside line with a charge now, and they're pretty much going to get swallowed back up here. That was a great move by Michael Matta.
It really was. Yeah, he saw it, and that was the brass ring was right there, and he reached up and grabbed it. It was perfectly done. Just about the right opportunity. Now, let's see if Jacob Zala can get a similar opportunity on the outside line. He's getting his own push now. But Zala's push kind of lacks a little bit of the momentum that Matta and Lewis had when they had their push.
And you see how much Ronnie Hurst has had to trace off of the back of the 25 machine here through 3 and 4. I can only imagine those temps starting to get up there for that 22 machine. So it's going to be a short fall back into the field here for these guys up top until they get a little bit more help.
Yes, indeed. And Matta down to the inside. He's got Lewis right behind him and Maxwell Caldwell right behind him. Ooh, a little bit of oscillation. Yeah, you see that with Justin Lewis?
That was a heavy shove right there.
Yeah, scary stuff. Scary stuff. We've been doing good. Now behind these guys, we got about 5 cars wide. Not 5 cars wide, excuse me. That'd be crazy. We're 2 wide, about 5 deep in this situation, and then behind them, everybody else has gone single file here at Daytona. We just crossed the line for lap 22 out of 80 here.
See the machine of Joshua Yarborough, unfortunately losing another lap here. Let's see if he's able to tack onto the pack better this go around.
We'll see.
Car is fully up to speed this time.
Yikes. Here we have a lot of drivers here on the field supporting the J&M Group Monday Night Cup Series first race here.
No. New car in second.
Oh.
Big block from Michael Matta to the nose of the 25 machine. Shake up Sala, but here comes Sala with a heavy side draft through 3 and 4, trying to take the lead. Just needs a little bit more help here coming out of turn 4 as we see a bunch of cars dive down pit road. Michael Matta loses all help. Here comes Sala trying to cover for the lead. And Sala's going to lead at the stripe this time.
At the stripe, Jacob Zala. After some very quick decisions to pit there, it looks like.
Justin Lewis bringing the 7 machine down about a quarter of the field on pit road right now. Maxwell Caldwell comes down the 94 machine as well.
We'll see who else takes the bait when we get back around here. Going into 3 and 4 with the pack.
Around goes the 94 machine of Caldwell, leaving pit road right past the stripe. And a complete lockup and stop for him. The 12 machine goes around as well.
What is going on? And now here comes about another third of the field.
Oh, Zala loses it coming in.
Zala flies coming in. That's going to be trouble. Got some more smoke. Someone missed their pit box.
That's
Dad Teasley is in the lead.
That's 2 of 3 guys that have led here today that just spun coming down for the first pit stop.
Yeah, you're right.
A rough start to the night.
Yeah, if they were hoping this pit stop was going to help them, it's not.
We were looking at a whole bunch of familiar names to start it out, but right now Thad Teasley leading the field down pit road in the 33 Chevrolet. And everybody's just getting so aggressive. Trying to get down pit road.
Yeah, they want to get down pit road.
Well,
we
just had one get spun into the box there.
I saw that.
As our producer is saying, this is the cleanest group so far.
Ooh, wow, some bad, some parking situations going on here.
That's happens when you got 40 cars all trying to get to the same spot.
That's
Bring it
right.
down from about 195 miles an hour to 60.
That's right. That's a good point.
It's like driving through North Carolina and hitting Emporia.
You're gonna have to elucidate on that one for me for non-North Carolina people.
The cops in Emporia. Around the 16 to Matta, up into Lewis, and a big spin on the backstretch.
A lot of the cars coming out from the pit were just moving a
keep it
little
off the wall.
slow.
Oh.
What a bad situation. Michael Matta over the radio just offering some explanations for where he was during that. Let's take a look. We had the cars coming up.
He's got bumpers locked there for the 76 machine. He slides up the hill to avoid clipping cars merging onto the track, trying to give him room. And 76 just on the back bumper, pushing off center, and around it goes.
Around it goes. Really unfortunate. Those guys had some great drive going, really great drive going, and they were just trying to give each other some room, you know.
That's the problem here at the problem here at the super speedways. You really got to be in constant communication. So we see Terry Litweiler having issues with pit road.
Not pretty. Well, I think that we are caught up now with all the carnage as everybody's going around. Let's take another look really quick at Justin Lewis, though. There goes Lewis out in front, or in the middle. I mean, he spins around, he brings it back, but that
was a great piece of driving by Justin Lewis, because a 360 snap like that, I mean, honestly, somebody give him some bonus points.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll say. Well, I'll give him some bonus points, and I'll also give us a little break here. And when we get back, we'll have more from Daytona International Speedway on the J&M Group Monday Night Cup Series.
iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Hey folks, welcome back to Grid Vision! It's Joe LaCastro, Sheldon Atkins, and Austin Derbyshire, and we are covering the J&M Group Monday Night Cup Series. It is live now, it is Monday night, and we have got some fantastic driving around Daytona International Speedway. A 40-car field! The 40-car field! Unbelievable. And they've been driving so good. We just had our first yellow, though. That was the result of a little bit of a traffic jam from some cars trying to merge back onto the track after the first pit stop cycle. Now everything's been sorted out. Let's see if this restart will beget more restarts. Let's hope not. Here, as we get things started again on the J&M Group Monday Night Cup Series.
Yeah, it's about to get a little bit more intense as we start to get closer to halfway. Or too long, these guys are going to be lighting the candles and burning them on both ends. Isn't that right, Joe?
That's right. Burning the candle at both ends, as they say. And then I'll do it again.
I'll do it again.
I told you I was going to do it again. God, dude, my
There's a goofy. There's a goofy video on YouTube I need to send you.
Okay. Okay.
It's terrible.
Well, I look forward to I look forward to goofy, terrible videos. But you know what else I look forward to? Sweet restarts. And we're about to have one here at Daytona, about to get things started. Out in the front right now, it's Austin Call and Todd Merkel. There goes the pace car. Here comes the restart zone. And we're green yet again.
And a good clean launch there for Todd Merkel down in the bottom lane, but maybe too much. As you see, he's built a huge gap between himself and the cars behind. This fate's pretty much in the hands of Ronnie Hurst as Ronnie Hurst starts to close up here in the 1-2. Where does he go? Looking high, fakes back down to the bottom, going to stay in line with the 2 machine. But here comes Austin Call, ducking back up to the top.
And the front here is definitely stacked. The back had a little bit of trouble getting started.
Ronnie Hurst going up to the outside here. He wants to take his first chance at the lead here tonight.
That's right. He's got it. Maybe he'll be there at the line, but Merkel is also coming very, very fast. Brandon Brock right behind Merkel, looking for that third place spot if he can get it. Or hopefully second if he can push Merkel. Merkel's falling back, though, at the line.
Oh, Call looks down to the bottom. It was almost close up to the quarter panel. Call's going to take the lead here at the Tri-Oval.
That's right. It was Hurst at the line, but now Call has pushed forward, and he's got some help from the number 2 behind him.
Hurst tried to block it, but he was just a little too late on the duck down to the bottom. Call took advantage. We got a caution on the Speedway.
Uh-oh. Yellow's out. Don't precisely see exactly see what happened there. I think it might have been John Kelly.
I think that's the problem right there.
Yep, there you go.
It does not look like that car came with wings.
No, it did not, which is weird because you think it would. There you go, big stack up.
A huge stack up here. He just gets into the back of him and de-wedges the car, tries to save it, and once you get loose like that, you're just along for the ride.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really unfortunate. He was flopping around like a fish by that point after taking that shunt, and that's going to be one for the books there. Unfortunate.
In the words of the great Mike Joy, the wings are extra crispy after that.
The wings are extra crispy. I like that. Oh, I don't like it, but I like it. You know what I mean. Let's see, here's the 42. Hey, man, the 42 is looking pretty good. Like, I recognize a little bit of something on the side of that car.
We've reached that point in the evening already, guys.
Yeah, where I'm doing Scooby-Doo impressions.
Yeah. Y'all are along for the ride, too.
It's early. It's early yet.
Still not at halfway at the moment.
Just give me time. I'll get in my Futurama impressions.
Oh, no. Are we going to get an entire race in Zoidberg or Bender?
I've had a few beers, but I'm cool to drive.
I do not know which one that was.
That was Professor Farnsworth.
Oh, you needed a little more tremble.
Good news, everyone!
You need to remove your teeth.
You're right. I do need to remove my teeth. I need that Billy West, Forever a Child voice as well. That would go a long way. He's got that
absolute
high-pitched
legend.
voice. Yeah. Whoa!
Couple fakers here.
Woo! Did you see that? That was wild.
Yeah, Austin Call, Merkel, I think Dalton as well, all decided, you know what? We don't need to pit right now. We only did about a half a lap.
Yeah, that was a big old fake out. Big old fake out.
Only I could get the if I could only get the Charlie Day Forever 25 thing going, that'd be pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that would last a lifetime. There goes Yarborough getting
pretty
his lap
sure
back.
Pretty sure he's a vampire.
He's one of them. He's something. I can see that though. The Forever 25, yeah. It blows me away that Keanu Reeves is starting to show signs of aging.
Oh yeah.
I feel like
a completely white beard now.
Yeah, I thought he was ironclad.
Yeah. He's kind of starting to look like an elk in his old age. Like he wears the wisdom.
That's a good way to put it. It's a good way to put it. It looks like an elk. I like that. And who we got on the field? Let's take a look at some of the liveries. Who's standing out for you in terms of the looks department right now? We've got some lovely Cancer Awareness Week cars right there. It looks like Brian Curry's wearing one. Caleb Ellswick's wearing one. Brad Wilson. Logan Wilson.
The 66 machine looks pretty clean, honestly.
Yeah, who's that?
It's a solid looking paint. Number font looks good.
Yeah, the ITing out. Itting out. ITing out?
Getting out, I guess. ITing out?
ITing out, okay. I thought so.
Really solid looking paint scheme, though. Not a whole lot of craziness happening on it, but sometimes, you know, the more simple with some solid colors.
Yeah.
Great look.
I like those stripes on it. Reminds me of like a bubblegum wrapper for some reason.
And I think that 9 car's favorite driver is, I want to say, Joey Logano?
Yeah, with the Napa Auto parts.
Definitely Logano.
Yeah,
definitely Logano fan. Not a Chase Elliott fan by any stretch. Maybe a Denny fan.
Denny.
If you guys don't hear from me next week, that means somebody has probably burned my house down. And it was an honor to be here in the booth with y'all.
A town's worth of people showed up at your front door.
All of Dawsonville, the whole Dawsonville pool room is outside of my house right now. They have migrated up north. I don't know, as much ice as we have in the yard right now, though, from the previous snowstorm that has just stayed for weeks. Like, it is literally frozen. Like, I have slipped and fallen in my yard at least 6 times this week.
Good God.
I'm not ashamed to admit it. We're really stress testing the hip as I get in my years here.
Good God.
But I don't know. I don't think it snows enough in Georgia for them to be used to that.
Yeah, so
I'm probably just adding gasoline to the fire right now. Is what I'm probably doing.
Probably just a little bit. Just a little bit. You might want to, you know. I'm usually the one digging himself a hole and climbing into it. Don't join me down.
I'm definitely digging a hole and climbing into it. I'm building an igloo out here right now.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, this is my hole. Don't join me in this hole.
You know, I think of Georgia. I think of nice, you know, year-round warmth and humidity, and honestly, I envy you guys down there. It's also a beautiful country. So I'm digging out of the hole now.
Yeah, you're doing good.
But the foothills, absolutely gorgeous.
All right.
Even if it does make you want to hurl on a road trip.
And there goes the pace car. The elevation change here is very subtle, though. We're very low. We got a lake here at Daytona, and we're going around it right now. The green flag is waving.
And a great launch for Austin Call here on the outside line to tuck back down to the bottom and cover the 2 machine of Todd Merkel. You know, we haven't said a whole lot about Todd Merkel this race, but he has been well within that picture from the drop of the green flag, and he's sitting here 2nd place, and I know he is hungry for a win because it was aside from Pocono last year, it was a pretty rough season for the driver behind the wheel of that 2 machine.
Yeah, that's a good point. You know, aside from Pocono, you've got such a steel trap memory. I gotta get on top of that. Pocono is always a challenge, and it's, you know, here he is now putting in time and looking fantastic here at Daytona. So I'm hoping for good things for him, for Todd Merkel here. He's been dominating the inside line in terms of just staying with the front of the group, and now it's paying off for him big time. He's up 2 from where he started, and that's 2nd place. He's in a fantastic place to just ride out a large majority of this race.
So another guy that's kind of worked himself in a good spot here, sitting back in 8th place right now, unsponsored Ford Mustang. I think probably one of the first starts. I think the first start in the series, that driver of the 23 machine, Brian Curry. He's putting together a pretty good performance here.
Looking good. Yeah, Brian Curry's up 15.
It has paint on screen, but not in my view, so.
Caleb Ellswick also is up 21 places from where he started, so he's made some pretty good wins. Teammates there. can see there's about 5 IT and out cars on the field right now. I think 4 or 5.
On the outside line is one of them. Logan Wilson trying to make a move up to the front, get up to the back bumper. The 94 machine of Maxwell Caldwell as he's side by side with his teammate in the 66 machine of Caleb Ellswick. And it is a gaggle of cars back there, about 3 wide there for a second.
Yeah, for just a minute. We had a 3 wide situation, but now it looks like things have smoothed back out. Up here on the outside line, Trevor Dalton is leading things. Oh no, not anymore!
Oh no, not anymore. Dalton around in front of the field. Everybody just about misses him. I think the 9 machine took a slice out of the left rear quarter panel.
Let's go back in time, because I think what we're going to see is the rear tires getting lifted off the ground in a split second.
See Lewis all over the back bumper, coming out of the corner, gets a little off center, chases up the hill, and unfortunately not much he could do to avoid turning the 27 machine.
Yeah. Yeah, really unfortunate situation there. Smooth slide to the inside. Where's he going to go, though? Is he going to go to the pits? Is he going to go to... He goes back on track from there. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Let's look at it from this point of view. Justin Lewis right behind. Lewis just contacts off center enough during that exit.
That's going to be an unsafe pit entrance as well. If we look at the black flags cleared for that, who wants to worry about that? But this was an official race. That would be a day ender for the 27 machine. So
yeah,
really lucky this happened here in a hosted league where they have great admins. See the 23 just knocks the tar out of that right rear quarter panel.
Yeah.
But only other car involved in that incident. So pretty smooth work and great reactions from the rest of the drivers in the field here.
Very much so. Very much so. And this will be the second yellow on the day. Or the second or third? Third yellow, actually. Third yellow on the day. Lap 39, almost halfway done with today's race. We're going 80 laps here.
There's a lot of dirt built up on the exit of the travel right now.
Here we go. We can see some people heading out of pit lane now. Cassabear, Reed, Matta, making their way all out back onto the track now. And this is when you've got a 40-car field, one slide is going to start a chain reaction that is going to potentially, lead to a lot of day-ending moments. You want to get that yellow out fast. You want to be aware of it. And you want to be able to take care of the field so that they can take care of each other. And then we can get back on the track, get back to racing. But for some of us, it's going to be a little bit tougher. Obviously, the 23 having slammed into the side there of Trevor Dalton. He's got probably some damage on the nose. Trevor Dalton's probably got some damage on the right rear. Those are things that are going to have to get worked out. But everybody else, just stack it back up, boys. Let's do it again. Oh, interesting trivia. I did not know this. The 7-Eleven here, I'm going to call him out. Oh, you're just saying, oh, okay. I thought that was for real. Well, anyway, I think it should be the case here that this is, you shouldn't have an 8 on a 7-Eleven car. You should be the 7 car or the 11 car. I agree. I fully agree. But, Godspeed to you, Eric Johnson, and I hope you have a good race. but we're gonna dunk on you for not being the 7 or the 11, just for this race. A liquid death car. You guys like that stuff?
Yes. Oh, love it.
Oh,
Liquid death.
I like it too.
You got to. So not only
It's basically water, but they got flavors
it's not
now.
just water. It's not just water. They have teas, they have sodas,
Yeah,
and they're way healthier and better tasting than most of the stuff you can buy in the same price range.
that's true. That's true. I like them.
And also,
They got a good product.
sustainability-wise too, they don't use plastic or bottles of any sort. It's all aluminum cans that are recyclable. So if that's your cup of tea, pun intended, Liquid Death.
Well,
And the branding is so sick. We should have, Darby, let's get a sponsorship.
Yeah,
I'd
yum
be
yum
happy with a few
yum.
free cases of tea every month.
Liquid Death. I'll chug that on a microphone. Yum yum yum. Maybe we'll see if we can get a Liquid Death sponsorship. That'd be great.
Do that.
Liquid Death, and while we're at it, home run in pizza. Yeah, we're not. No, we're not. That's a sponsorship that none of us need.
Be a fun one to have, though.
It would be a fun one to have, I gotta admit. Oh, yeah, sold. I'm there for it. Here goes the pace car.
Use it as a lightsaber.
Here goes the pace car. We're about to get things started here. The green flag is waving again. And we are green. Ooh, a bit of a slower start on the top line there. 94 of Maxwell Caldwell tries to get out and run Todd Merkel as fast as possible. He's going to end up in the sucker hole, though.
Three wide for third.
Between the IT and out crew.
Right there, Max Caldwell slipping to the back here. Now starting to pick up the draft from the 2 machine of Merkel, clearing the 76. Huge head of steam for Caldwell. Where is he going to take it as we see the IT and out cars 3 wide down the back straightaway?
That was close. Big. The IT crowd. Yeah. All right. Well, they better not turn it off and on again in the back stretch right now, or that's not going to get them anywhere towards the front. Because right now, they were able to successfully cycle their way around Todd Merkel. He got out of there. Maxwell Caldwell got out of there. They're all 2 wide from the IT crowd back. But up in front, it's Call, Lewis, and Merkel. The 1, 2, 3 with Maxwell Caldwell, a close number 4 for the stack up at front.
Well, it is Merkel versus IT and out right now. 3 Merkel cars working the bottom line. Austin Call just hanging on there in the Aflac machine, trying to hold the lead, and a charge of IT and out cars working the outside line. And now is where you're going to see it's all going to come down to teamwork at this point. Which team can put together the best laps and the best draft?
This is great. This is great here. 2 teams up at the front, literally challenging each other out. Who's Austin Call? Is he on either of those teams, or is he just a man alone right now?
Can't quite recall who Austin Call drives for, but he does not have either sticker on. So
1320 Racing Enterprises.
He is independent.
Okay, he races for I think 1320 is the name of his team, and yeah, so we got 1320 up in the front. We got Merkel, and we got the IT and out crew representing some team racing here up at the front area at Daytona. Lap 43 out of 80. We're officially over halfway through tonight's race, folks. And if you haven't yet, be sure to go check out gridvision.live, drivers. Be sure to get your information up on there after the race, especially, so that we can get some cool graphics up for you. And we've got some stuff that's going to be debuting very, very soon here on Gridvision. And for you folks at home, go ahead and slap that like and subscribe button if you're watching there. We really appreciate it. We love the support that you guys have. And go ahead and throw us a chat, and let's see who you think is going to take it all home tonight.
A huge run on that outside line. Ronnie Hurst and Jacob Zala giving a bunch of help to the back of the 76 machine of Logan Wilson. Down the back straightaway, they're going to have a huge head of steam coming into turn 3. Not be quite enough to clear here, though.
He's pushing. Ooh. Kind of cost him a little bit.
Oh, big wiggle there. Going to lose a lot of momentum. That's going to give the inside line an opportunity to try and pull away. That's exactly what they're going to do. Faking up to the top, the 7 machine. If Lewis thought about going around the 18, but tucks back in the line behind Austin Call. Going to keep the teamwork going up here at the front.
That teamwork is really paying off for the Merkel team right now. As Call might be leading the charge, but really it feels like it's Merkel's show. Sounds like one of the lap cars.
For Logan Wilson this time.
One of the lap cars is going to stay high and avoid the crew here.
This guy's working past the lap traffic all the way up against the fence. This is the Scooby-Doo mobile.
The old mystery machine. Not as fast as the other cars, unfortunately. Well, I don't know exactly what happened there. Oh,
big
man!
wiggle from Austin Cole. That was almost in the door of Logan Wilson through 1 and 2.
Oh, that would have been really ugly. They were not in any position to be making contact, and thankfully they didn't.
And that outside line is going to capitalize. Ronnie Hurst is going to hook bumpers with the 76 machine down the back straightaway, trying to get the 25 of Zala clear as well. Not going to be enough to get that third car in line clear, though. Just barely. The 18 machine of Call starting to get back to this lead. But down to the bottom of the track, here they go. They make it. The 3-car breakaway, and they're going to come back down to the bottom.
Very, very subtle move from Logan Wilson as well. And it was really up to Hurst and Zala to read that moment and follow him down. They did perfectly. There was no quick movement there, no fast adjustment from top to bottom, just a slow turn into the bottom lane. And it worked out for all 3 of those cars. Now they're holding on to things there. Back at the top line on the outside, it's the man Charles Whitehead in the 40. The Whitehead Racing team car on the outside, trying to make something work out there. Just a little bit ahead of Thad Teasley.
And how about this cat in third place, Jacob Zala? I mentioned at the beginning that he's scrappy here on these super speedways. You know what position he was when we got that first caution to kick this thing off after the pit stops?
Where was he?
He was sitting around 37th place.
Whoa.
He has moved himself back up into P3 here.
That's impressive stuff. That's a heck of a drive. Now, he's only 16 up from where he started, but if we pull up the graphic on screen with his highest and lowest points, I think you'll see that that's going to be an impressive spread that he's had over the course of this race.
And all that just because the big slide that he had coming down pit road earlier when we had the green flag pit stops. You know, it's easy to make things happen at Daytona, but it is difficult to sustain it, especially with this package that we have right now. And there's been a lot of big movers through the field here this evening.
There on the outside. There's a new leader on the outside line, though. That's one of the Merkel cars. That's Maxwell Caldwell. Just now ahead of Whitehead Racing. And leading things.
Caldwell. Caldwell still with the, as it sits right now, I still believe the most laps led in the race. Got caught up in an incident earlier. Got the car repaired. Back up here working the outside line in the top 5. And Caldwell, another great recovery here for the 94 machines. We've got one car up underneath the apron through 3 and 4, sliding up the hill and around. Head on into the outside fence.
That's a slam. Checking up for the pace car, They're saying it's everybody is hitting the brakes a little bit here, trying to get behind the pace car. But let's take a look and see. I think it was Landon Kano.
See right here. Then he gets up into the back bumper of the 65 machine. A little bit of contact, shoots him underneath the apron, goes up the hill to avoid him, and the 9 machine just barely tags him on the quarter pound. That's enough to hook him around.
Yeah.
But thankfully for Kano, keeps the thing up there against the fence with the brakes locked. Doesn't slide back down the hill.
And there goes around the 45. Uh-oh. Sounds like there was an issue under yellow here. Well, folks, we're going to take a little commercial break here, and when we come back, we'll do even more here from Daytona International Speedway on the J&M Group Monday Night Cup Series, so stay tuned.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the J&M Group Monday Night Cup Series presented by Grid Vision. It's Joe LaCastro, Jolo to some, up here in the booth with Sheldon Atkins, and then down in the truck it's Austin Derbyshire, pushing the buttons, pulling the levers, and making it all come to you. While we were on break there, stretching our legs, there was an unfortunate incident where it looks like some guys got driven through a little bit there. Todd Merkel got slammed into, and then he ended up into the 94 there, as you can see. It was just a little case of road blindness, not really paying too much attention. Charles Whitehead, unfortunately, driving into the back of them there, but everything sounds like it's getting sorted out by the admins, and soon they'll be everything will be A-OK peachy keen, I'm sure.
Yeah, just distracted driving never works out for anybody, especially here at the super speedways.
No, it doesn't pay off. It really doesn't. And unfortunately, that was the case. But you know what? That's all right. Everyone's got it sorted out now, and we're going back underway. The lights are off on the pace car, so we're going to get things going very soon here. Out in front, it's Ronnie Hurst with Drew Kuhn, the serial killer himself. Around now 3 and 4, getting ready to get started here. The pace car is almost off, ready to go. We've had some decent restarts and some good racing. We're coming up on lap 53 here, and we're on the second half of tonight's race. The back stretch, the ball is rolling downhill and gaining speed, and we will soon see who will be the first winner of the J&M Group Monday Night Cup Series first race. There goes the pace car. He's off the way. Ronnie Hurst and Drew Kuhn are going to show what they can do here. There's the restart zone. There's the flag. We are go yet again. Oh,
big wiggle. Wheel spin up top. The 21 machine almost losing it. Gathers it back up, but he's going to lose a whole lot of spots here.
Yes, he is down. Did he get hit by the 22
No.
at that point?
And hung out to dry up at the front. Ronnie Hurst getting shoved up by the 7 machine of Justin Lewis. As him and Maxwell Caldwell come back to the front.
This is insane. Unfortunately, Hurst cannot get back down to the inside. He's got no speed. He's getting a big bump from behind him. The 76 of Logan Wilson just tries to push him up and get him out of the way. Or not out of the way, get him going a little bit here. Give him a hand.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Yeah, a little bit of column A, column B. It's a good way to look at it. But yeah, that was a bit of a messy start, man. That was a wacky restart.
It's definitely the roughest one I've seen at Daytona in a while.
Well, thankfully, on the restart, things are calming down now. We've got 2 wide situation going almost all the way back still. Starting, though, at the Red Bull car of Kelly. Kelly had some issues earlier. We saw, the big spin. The Red Bull car did not have wings.
Here's a look at what happened on the restart here. You see the 21 machine and the 22 side by side here through the tri-oval. And let's see what happens here. Into the restart zone, a little bit of a shot. They didn't actually touch, but they did.
Well, that wasn't a netcode hit.
According to iRacing's netcode.
Yeah.
Great piece of driving by Drew Kuhn to keep the thing from going around there, though.
Yeah.
And
yeah, it's unfortunate.
to have the wherewithal to keep it up against the outside line, let the field go by. A lot of people try to come back down and block off the line, then end up getting turned off the nose of somebody, and then we end up with, about 15 or so cars smoking in the infield here.
Yeah, yeah, it did catch him. It did cost him. I mean, it cost him. Down to 17th place. But
a little bit of contact into 3. Colin Hurst come together. Hurst going to come back down and pinch him. Not happy about that in the 22 machine.
Hurst College is going to mosey on forward. Hurst going to try to find a spot between him and Kelly. Can't do it. There's no room.
Tries to pull the side draft, and Collins going to send him up the hill a little bit there. I'd be careful with that. Hurst is a very calm and calculated guy, but, that can only be trusted but so far. You don't want to get under his skin too much.
That's right. You just don't want to poke the sleeping bear.
I've always found it's the quieter drivers that will handle business the most dramatically.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. They know. That's because they know what they're capable of. And in this case, Ronnie Hurst is playing it cool and calculated, as we can see. Things are crazy behind him too, though. A lot of wiggling out of a few other cars here. Casaber's got no stability, or he's just trying his best to hold on in all this dirty air.
What you're seeing right now is we're getting into that point of the race where every position you're in, every spot, every second on this track is important. So what you're witnessing is these guys are starting to get more aggressive with that side draft, getting more aggressive pinching, trying to slow down the car on the other lane. As we got 3 wide down the back straightaway, spearheaded by Todd Merkel up against the fence with a whole bunch of help from the 81 machine of Paleshi.
That's ugly. That's ugly. Let's see. Here comes the 25. Is that Zala?
That's Zala. This is the first time we've seen a 3rd lane form here. It's going to be interesting to see if this is actually viable for forward momentum.
I don't know, man. My gut's saying
and around goes Marco off the nose of Paleshi in the 24, head onto the fence, taking the 81 with him.
81, the 62. Everyone's around in the back half of the field.
And
there.
that's the big one.
That's the big one. Merkel, Whitehead, Yarborough, Zala, Peterson, Long, all names flying across my ticker right now, showing me that they have crashed. Ooh, wow, plowed on the right side there.
And for Merkel, right now, he's mainly frustrated because, he shouldn't have been back there. The whole reason he's in the back is because that incident under yellow earlier, and that this is just going to be extra frustrating for him because he was running a perfect race prior. As we see Whitehead getting caught up in it. That's the 20 machine of Eric Peterson that we just saw spinning around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's unfortunate. Here we go. Let's get another view on it.
He just comes in, 21 machine grabs the quarter panel a little bit. You know, it's the butterfly effect right there, man. The 21 was only back there because he had the issue on the restart.
Yeah. Yeah, he was only back there because of that restart issue that cycled him back.
So the butterfly effect actually just breaks down to Ronnie Hurst accidentally net codes a guy, and then Todd Merkel gets wrecked again.
Yep, and it's it's you know, it's something that you kind of expect to see, but
look at that.
You don't want to see.
Whoever that was behind Paleshi got a great view of the rear diffuser. That was the 32 car. If no.
Okay, now let's take a look here. Another replay. Another angle.
Machine of JJ Reed that ended up underneath. 97. Right on board. And this is going to be you just come into the trioval and parking lot.
Yeah, ugly. But you know, it's just going to happen in situations like this where you've got this many cars on the field, and that was not a tenable situation. There was no way that that 3 wide was going to last that long. I don't even know if you could do that in real life for that long. Is that viable? Is 3 wide Daytona viable in real life?
In real life, we come to Daytona, and you know, the first 3 quarters of the race completely clean, maybe get 1 or 2 incidents, and then it feels like you get within, you know, that 30 lap to go window, and it feels like we hit a snail pace, because every 10 seconds we have a big crash.
Damn. Yeah. Well, then the simulator is getting pretty good at simulating it.
I don't know if it's so much a simulator as it is the drivers just getting overzealous when we get to this point of the race, because everybody wants to be up at the front. You want to have an opportunity to win the first race of the season, and Daytona is that one place where, theoretically speaking, everybody in the field has a shot at winning. That's right, and we want to thank you all for watching, folks, and for participating. If you're chatting with us as well, we got a nice chunk of viewers here. It's good to see you all here. Welcome to Grid Vision. If it's your first time watching, it's great to have you here. And if you're an old friend, well, welcome back, old friend. Pull up a seat and really enjoy the show here. This is just the first episode, the first stint of what will be a weekly Monday run here for us, and we've got even more racing action coming up later this week on Grid Vision. Such great stuff. And then in a few weeks, you're gonna see some serious stuff to clean up the words of Doc Brown. I'll borrow a turn of phrase there. It's been fantastic so far, and with 20 laps to go, folks, we just hope that you enjoy the rest of the show. So thanks for watching. The mystery is important. You never know. I'm all the stuff we're going to debut. I don't even. It's so cool. I can't even describe it. I'm not even going to try. I'm just excited with how much growth this series has had in the offseason. You know, last year it felt like it was a 16 to 20 car split every week, and full field. I mean, we had guys that had to go home tonight that weren't able to make it in.
Yeah.
To the Daytona debut for the year.
That's true.
That's impressive. There's not many leagues, especially for a fixed Gen 7 car on a Monday night, where you see something like that. It's pretty crazy. These guys have put together a lot of work in the offseason to build what I believe is going to be a great product for us to cover throughout the year.
That's right. Y'all, it's going to be fantastic. Shout out to viewer Chrissy Reed. Also, yes, Chrissy Reed It's it's a bit of a mess. Yeah, it's true. But imagine this, Sheldon. 40 cars on a short track. How fun would that be to call? We call this on like Bristol or something.
It goes one of two ways, and it just depends on the quality of drivers, the quality of officiating, and honestly, what the lunar cycle is that week.
Yeah, you're right. It does take a little bit of divination, a little bit of mysticism to really make something work out in situations like that. But what we got here, folks, is we've got the pace car about to go off and things about to get started once again. There's the green flag, and we are green yet again.
And a big launch from the 73 machine. Jonathan Kassenberg ducking down to the bottom, but here comes Justin Lewis with a huge head of steam. The 73 jumped it maybe a little too early there. Now Justin Lewis ducking down to the bottom into 1 and 2, leaving the outside line out to dry. The 76 machine of Wilson waiting for Maxwell Caldwell to get to the back bumper, but it's Justin Lewis down the back straightaway.
Yes, it is. Lewis taking no chances and wasting no opportunities to get to that bottom line. But here comes Logan Wilson with a massive push from Maxwell Caldwell on the outside line. Trying now to close the door. Can they do it? No, not enough speed yet. But Maxwell is not giving up. He's going to push Logan Wilson even further. And there it is. Door is closed. The two of them are now in the lead. And here comes Brad Wilson to try to hold that third place position. And he's got it.
Caldwell's been doing such a great job here tonight, making bold moves, put together really good pushes. He's had to work through the field multiple times, but now got their hands full as they got a couple other team cars lined up on that outside line with the 76 and the 31 of Wilson and, Wilson.
Wilson and Wilson, that's right.
The outside line starting to stall out here. Not enough help for those cars up top. Up in front of the pack, it is Justin Lewis and Maxwell Caldwell in a two-car tango trying to slip away just a little bit here as the 73 machine of Kassenberg closes on the rear bumper.
Kassenberg is there, working his best magic as best he can. He leads Michael Matta, who's actually made his way back up towards the front here. And out to the outside goes Austin Call. Matta gets tucked in with Kassenberg.
And I'm surprised Matta's even cleared the race here this evening after the hit we saw him have in the warm-ups. Launched the car over the inside wall, which I've never seen in all my years of coming to Daytona and iRacing. And wedged it in between two access walls. It was a pretty grisly sight.
We got a 3-wide situation here. Oh my goodness gracious, 3 wide,
getting nervous.
Too deep.
Call up on the outside, almost loses it off the nose of Paleshi, and around goes Dalton, and huge stack up on the front straightaway, another massive crash.
Oh, that's the second big one, my man. That's the second big one right there. That's the second big one.
Oh man, they spilled the cornflakes.
They spilled the cornflake. What is that reference?
The Frosted Flakes car just got turned around.
Oh, I just about noticed it.
Right there, just a little off-center push, and then a little reactionary behind.
Oh, Dalton, yeah.
7 and 12 get together. Dalton does a good job getting through there without getting too much damage.
He does.
5 machine. They're no longer great. It makes you want to bowl at HendrickCars.com, though.
Oh.
40 just rolls down the hill right into the nose of Zala.
That sucks.
It's really not been a good night for driver that 40 machine, Whitehead.
No, Whitehead has really had just a bit of a cursed evening, I got to admit. Just a bit of a cursed evening out of that car. Not much else you can say about it.
Look at how close Dalton got to getting heavy damage in that wreck and just barely misses it.
Yeah, I thought he was toast.
I think the Liquid Death car is about a crumpled up can on the highway after that hit. Gotta hold those brakes after the wreck.
Gotta hold those brakes after that, for sure.
Fortunately, Rosala had the wreck avoided until then.
Pardon me. Yes, he did. But that was, yeah. Oh man, that late hit. It's just ugly.
I'll say one thing though, for the rest of the field, it's about to get pretty difficult. Laps starting to wind down here, and you've got the two-car tango of Maxwell Caldwell and Justin Lewis up here at the front. And I just do not see these two relinquishing this lead without a fight.
No, it's going to be a battle. It'll be a battle for the ages. Want to get things started here on this Monday Night Cup Series? That's what we'd like to see. Let's establish a few rivalries here on this Monday night. Let's get things a little spicy for the season coming up. We'll see what we can do here. The pace car still has the lights going, though. It's lap 66 out of 80. So we've got 15 to go by NASCAR math.
Crazy as we started the night off with 42 cars, and we are currently sitting with 38. So still a giant field size to decide things here. And as much as I said, Caldwell and Lewis are going to be difficult to get by, it is still pretty much anybody's race at this point.
Yeah, that's true. A lot can happen still. 15 laps, 14 laps, a lot can happen. And time will tell. Not too much time, actually. Not too much time at all. Woo! 121 degrees on the track right now. That's a hot track.
I'd trade for that at this moment. It is a balmy 25 degrees where I'm sitting right now. I know I'm crying when I know one of y'all lives up in Illinois and the other one lives all the way up in Canadiana.
That's right.
I don't think Darby's seen grass for 3 years at this point. But luckily for us, we've made it through all 10 years of January. February now, race season starting up. Got the Clash coming up Wednesday night.
They're actually going to do the Clash?
Yeah, they're going to do the Clash Wednesday night, and then, get that dang football game out of the way. Then it'll be Daytona 500 week.
Yeah. That's going to be fun.
So been a long, difficult, hard off season, I think, for everybody. We're just about crazy right now. It's time to get some cars going fast and left.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Going to keep up with the season this year best I can. See what's going on. Lights are off in the pace car. Pace car is off now. We're going to get things started with Maxwell Caldwell and Justin Lewis out at the front right now. Green flag, here we go.
Maxwell Caldwell and Justin Lewis. Michael Matta hooking up here. Justin Lewis ducks down to the bottom to take over the third spot. Now Lewis peeking up to the top with a little bit of help. Here comes Caldwell to help his buddy out. Now they're up on the outside, but only 2 cars deep. Going to be difficult for them to really get the momentum down the back straightaway here as they wait for Austin Call to close in.
Maxwell Caldwell pushing out toward the front here. Justin Lewis behind, though.
Figured it out quick.
Yeah, Austin Call there behind him, too. Michael Matta just falling back a little bit, not too far. Oh, wow. Big move.
Yeah, he's trying to fake Austin Call up to the top, see if he can get him to go with him, but Call committed a little bit of contact. Call almost around. Yes, he is. And sideways through the infield, the 18 machine. No caution, though.
He's coming back. He's coming back. Oh, no. Austin Call's into the back of the field. Mata into the tail of Call potentially there.
Yeah. Call gets turned around here off the nose of Mata. It's down here, and what you're going to see is he's going to try to keep his foot in it here, and he hits that bump. The second he hits that bump, he's along for the ride. He pretty much ramped the car back in there.
Yeah.
Now, you can't really see that bump out of your window, and once you lose contact with those tires, there's nothing you can do. It's just hold on and pray.
Yeah, that was a situation where he should have held his brakes, got to the back, and it sucks. You feel like you're getting cheated out of a situation. Immediately you think, I got this, I'll just get back in line. But there's so much banking here. There's so much banking.
You see that? It's not even so much the bank. You see that bump that he hit there, basically a speed bump while he's still on the flat of the track.
Yeah.
That pretty much makes it impossible if you're trying to keep your foot in it. With the old car, you could get away with that because of how soft the suspension is. But these cars, so you get a great shot at a Boeing touching down on the back straightaway, and my ADHD just completely kicks into overdrive. But any other car, you can hit that and it'll absorb it. These cars they're about as stiff as the asphalt they're running on, and you hit that and it's just gonna bulldoze you back in. There's not much you can do once that happens.
Not really. Yeah, I mean it's I was just listening a little bit.
Right.
Ooh, look at that.
Just really rough break for everybody involved, and
Oof. Yeah.
Austin Call has been very, very apologetic here over the radio because he wasn't expecting it to go like that either.
Yep.
It's just one of those mistakes. You don't get put in that situation all the time.
Yeah.
And once it happens, there's no fixing and undoing it in the moment. Just a rough break.
No, there's no way. Yeah, no way to get around it. You just gotta look back and just think, yeah, I did the right thing, I did the wrong thing, and just kind of own it up. And it looks like
Michael Mata too. A lot of people might be upset because he's being really aggressive with pushing, but I mean, we're at that point in the race. There's 10 laps to go here at Daytona. You're not going to lift. Lifting is not an option. You lift in this car, you're going to the back at this point because nobody else is going to lift.
Yeah.
He's trying to push Austin Call into the corner to try and maximize what that line's capable of, and doesn't know what the situation is in front of him. He just knows that he's got to lock bumpers with that car that's directly in front of him, and sometimes just things get dicey.
Sometimes they do, and we've seen it happen here.
Long story short, if you want to win here, if you want to be fast, you got to use bumpers. Problem is, you use bumpers, you run the likelihood of wrecking. So it's kind of do you want to win, or do you want to have a whole lot of friends at the end of it? But also, if you don't push the car in front of you, then they're going to get mad at you because you didn't push them. So there's no winning.
Yeah.
Daytona until you cross the line first.
Yeah, it's a good way to put it. There's no winning until you cross the line. It's like a Yogi Berra quote. There's no winning until you win it.
This is a clean looking paint scheme here.
Look at that. Love it.
V8 Ghost Energy machine. I like that.
Welch's
Oh,
Great
man.
Ghost
Okay.
Energy. Mixed together. Yum, yum, yum.
Like jelly mixed into the energy drink? Like actual just jelly?
Like the jelly, yes.
I'm disappointed it's not actual jelly put in there. I'd love to.
Don't you
to
want
have
your ghost
pure-
a little thick? You like your ghost to be extra thick?
I want pure caffeinated, concentrated grape corn syrup.
I agree. Look at that.
Oh,
Look
that's
at
the car right there.
Gorgeous.
Man, it's just The branding too. I love that company. I really do.
They have some insane write-ups on their cans. Like,
Just a
just
clean look car. That road car looks real solid. Paint seems to feel it here this season.
Mirko. Uh-oh. Big blink from Maxwell Caldwell. That's going to happen every once in a while. Lights are off in the pace car. We're coming down through the back stretch now. Going to come around and get things started again. Lap 72 out of 80, folks. We are so close to the end of this first race here on the Monday Night Cup Series. And there is a lot of action in this race. We've had quite a few yellows, unfortunately, but the yellows have been a result of some hard racing.
A really good looking field of cars this year.
Yes, sir. Bargain Rocket League hacks.net.
Leshy bringing that paint scheme back this year. You know, the majority of the regulars from last year opting to run the same cars they had last year.
Yeah.
Which really makes it easy for us.
Yeah.
To figure out who's who, because I remember everybody that's up here.
All right, up here at the front. Going around through 3 and 4. Very soon we'll be started again. Let's see if we can do it, folks. Let's see if we can make the next 9 laps work for us.
One thing that's noticeable about these guys up in front, too, nobody is using any throttle there under the caution as the green flag does come back out. Caldwell not getting the launch that he was hoping for, though. Here comes Lewis and Pileshi with a whole bunch of momentum on the inside line. Your race leader is kind of hung out up there with the 28. His only help.
The 28's doing the job right now. Those Rocket League hacks are working. And he is flying. And he is working with Justin Lewis ahead of him. Michael Matta is working right behind them. Matta also was a little apologetic there for accidentally getting into Call earlier. He said he wasn't aware that Call was so close to the car ahead of him. Obviously, it's really hard to see when you're this stacked up who's ahead of the guy ahead of you. You just got to pray.
You cannot see around that big spoiler in the car in front of you. That's for certain. Right now, Justin Lewis holding on to the lead right now. Andrew Pileshi all over the back bumper. Now up to the top. Here comes Michael Matta trying to make a charge for the lead with a bold move to the outside lane in front of Caldwell.
Now, is Caldwell going to help him out? Or are they going to work? Is he going to end up hanging him out to dry and falling back himself a little bit here?
Caldwell doesn't have an option. You basically just got to keep your foot in it whatever happens from here on out. And a huge head of steam for Matta down the back straight. You see him pull a little bit of side draft off the 81 machine of Pileshi. And now up to the front of the pack into turn 3. It is going to be Michael Matta, but how long is it going to last? Here comes the inside with a charge.
That charge working for the inside line. Matta just needs to maintain that speed if he can.
Oh, Caldwell.
He lost help, though. Caldwell hangs him out to dry.
Hanging him out to dry.
Yeah. Ugly, ugly.
There's 3 wide at the stripe there for 4th place. Now Caldwell trying to make the outside line work still. Needs a little bit more help from that 28 machine of Sellers behind him. No contact for Caldwell right now. He's going to get real aggressive with the side draft here as he gets up to the door of the 66 machine.
That's right.
And Sellers almost loses it.
Matta's back in the middle now. He's 3 wide again. He's trying to make a move. Oh!
Oh! Huge crash up at the front.
This Justin Lewis is around. Everyone's... Oh, my God. This
and
is
that's the huge one.
That's the whole field. That was the whole field. Wow.
I knew it was going to happen eventually. I just was not expecting it to happen with who was up there.
Holy mackerel.
You used better wording than I would have there. See, Sellers gets a big bobble there, and that's where I thought the rig was going to come from. But up at the front, Pileshi goes up to the top. Thought he was clear, tries to come back down to the bottom, and just hooks Lewis right up into the field.
Wow. And then it's Surf City for all these cars.
Oh yeah, when you go into turn 3, and there's cars sideways at Daytona, you are not missing it. You trace the...
That was insane.
Run board with Lewis, and this is going to be a gruesome view of it.
Oh yeah. Cars everywhere. Just a moving parking lot. A rat king of cars. Just sliding across the track.
That's just classic Daytona right there. We've seen that wreck so many times in real life. It's not even surprising anymore.
Man, how many
The fact that
cars
we don't
does that
see it
take
more
out?
often here on the sim is crazy.
Anybody get out of that at all? Did anybody get out of that at all?
I can tell you the pace car made it through clean.
Looks like the 45 made it out.
Yeah,
Landon Kano. Let's watch it from Kano's point of view here. All right, hit the fan.
he sees the smoke. No idea what's going on in front of him.
He just keeps on driving. Just
Oh,
drives
man.
right through it.
Whoever that was to the outside, we couldn't really see it, but he just got clotheslined.
Wow, the Welch's car.
38 machine at Peyton Holland. He's still parked on pit road right now. Oh. Yeah, Gladfelter just
Took one for the president.
gave it all.
Amazing.
Look out, Mr. President.
Exactly. That's what it was like. That's exactly what it was like. And then, yeah, man, snakes alive. That was crazy.
He thought he was clear. Oh, and he got hooked up on the transition, too. Shot him right into the door. I think Hurst got tore up too bad there.
No.
A lot of cars on pit road right now serving extensive damage repairs.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of damage getting thrown around during that. A lot of incident points getting thrown around during that. What a stack up. Yeah, that was probably the biggest stack up I've ever seen on the service at Daytona. I got to think about it. Yeah, that was the biggest single wreck I've ever seen at Daytona. Justin Lewis just
I
agreed
think
with
we
me.
might have just made the iRacing not top 10. So clip it, chat.
Yeah, clip it. My God, that was a clip-worthy one there. That was insane. That was the biggest wreck I've ever seen on iRacing for sure. Now everything is
One
shaking
notable
up,
thing
that's
too,
for sure.
One notable thing too about that is if you're in Justin Lewis's shoes in that wreck, it's one of the scariest wrecks. You know, it doesn't really get scary on iRacing at any point because we all know it's just a game. But there are moments where it's a jump scare, and that was a jump scare for Justin Lewis. 1 minute everything's looking great. He's racing for the lead down the back straightaway at Daytona. He blinks his eyes, reopens, and he's looking at the wall.
Yeah, instant jump scare as we are now in green-white checkered territory.
There's a little bit of a scoring issue there. The 62 machine scored your race leader, got in front of the pace car, though. Have to let these cars go by here. And look at the persistency right now, sitting in third place. Started this race about 3 laps down. The 77 machine of Josh Yarborough, through just attrition alone, has worked himself up into second place. At least what will be second place on the restart.
Damn. That is impressive, I gotta say.
Does the waifu mobile get the job done from Daytona? That is the question.
That is a good question. It didn't look good for him at the start.
And if he does seal the deal here, does he get a custom raced version diecast built online? I think you have to in this situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it is Daytona win at the end of the day.
I would get one. If I won the Daytona League race, I would get one.
I'm surprised I still haven't gone and had one made myself.
Yeah, man. Treat yourself.
I should at some point, but it's just so expensive.
All right. And it looks like we're going to go around again one more time at least here. Just going to fix some scoring errors here.
Now scored properly at the lead is the 45 machine of Landon Kano. Second place is going to be Josh Yarborough. Heavy damage for third with Kyle Franklin. It's going to be really difficult for that inside line. Kano's got to worry about that. Yarborough's going to have a lot of help up there on the outside line if that 31 of Brad Wilson stays with him.
High School of the Dead. There's the waifu car. The Itasha. Uh-oh.
Meanwhile, sitting here on, I think, his 9th life in 6th place is the 94 machine of Max Caldwell. We have seen him in some of the dodgiest moments all night long.
Yeah.
Always finds his way back in there. It looks like the 62 machine does retain the lead here on the restart, opting for the outside line here.
And we have the first attempt at green-white checkered here, lap 79. Originally looking for 80 laps, folks. So we'll see if we can do one clean and then bring it home.
Not holding my breath and expecting this to be the last attempt, though.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. I don't want to be a naysayer, but always naysaying, you know. But yeah, I'm kind of with you. Let's see. I mean, I'm not gonna hold my breath, but let's see. We got the guys though ready to go. No one would want this to go more green than Landon Kano and Ronnie Welchel out there at the front. Joshua Yarborough just behind with Kyle Franklin on the inside. Here we go though. The pace car is off, and we're gonna get things started here, wrapping things up here at Daytona. Green, green, green. We are green yet again. And here we go.
And Kano gets a huge jump on the field here, but the question is it too much? Yes, it is. You see the outside line starting to close in. Kano going to come up to the top here to try and throw a block on the 62 machine, which is probably the right call because you see how much damage the 95 has. He's not going to be able to make it work, though. Here comes the outside line with a charge. Josh Yarborough all over the back of Welchel.
We're 3 wide also.
Back straightaway, 3 wide, almost 4. Here comes the 9 machine trying to thread in. That is Jacob Prince, and he's going to stick it down the middle here. That's going to work out for Kano.
Tampa Auto Parts car also right there in the middle. Jacob Prince. Oh, excuse me. That is Jacob Prince trying to find
Prince
a spot.
Little shot there. And are we going to make it back to the stripe here?
You're going to get the white flag. I think we might get it. White flag is
there
waving.
Is, white flag.
We're going to end this race. Let's see what happens, Sheldon.
And Kano trying to make that car as wide as he needs to hold on to the lead. The 45 machine. What a great way to start the season off here with the first win as we got a wreck back there in third. Huge crash out of turn 2. Multiple cars around. It's another roadblock, but no caution because it is the last lap. Now Kano just has to hold off the 95 and company for about a half a lap here. 95 trying to throw the block, looking anywhere for a hole to take over the lead, but it's not going to be enough. The 74 machine of Ainsworth all over the back bumper here, up to the top of the track, now faking to the bottom. And back up to the top. They're going to be side by side, hung out to dry as Kano. The 95 is going to lead it here to the stripe, and it's going to be Ainsworth. Sorry, wrong name, but It's going to be Franklin winning at Daytona. What a finish.
Yeah. Huge finish for Kyle Franklin. Jacob Ainsworth with the push, getting second place, and just barely edging out Landon Kano. Kano really trying his hardest with the opportunity, but he was just a man alone out there. No teammates, no nothing to help him out, and it cost him, unfortunately, the lead at the line, but he still gets the podium. So that's going to be Franklin, Ainsworth, and Kano for your 1, 2, 3.
And what a drive from Franklin, because you see it right here. Hardly a clean corner left on that Texaco Havlin machine. And what he does is he just keeps himself hooked up to the 74 machine at Ainsworth. He fakes to the top and back down to the bottom. This is classic. This is, we've seen Earnhardt and Gordon do this for years. Gets to the outside line, throws a little bit of a hip check, shoots Kano down the hill and at the stripe.
Wow.
That's why you don't give up. That car was completely chewed up in that last caution. Didn't come down, fix the damage, just kept it out there, says good enough, and it is good enough. Good enough to get the job done here tonight.
Good stuff. Yes, sir. Good enough indeed to be champ at Daytona. Kyle Franklin in the 95, the Haviland car. Texaco Haviland. Right at the line, stop down, and he burns one down for us. All right,
Yeah,
folks.
some things just make sense too. Yeah, seeing the Davey Allison tribute paint scheme go back to the victory lane here at Daytona just feels right.
Good. It's beautiful. It's good to see. Let's get those unofficial results up here on screen, and then we'll take another look at that big crash that we had there at the end. Let's break it down, though. Kyle Franklin in first, Jacob Ainsworth in second, Landon Kano in third, then Jordan Massey, Austin Call, Eric Johnson, Ronnie Hurst, Drew Kuhn, Jonathan Cassabear, and Adam Glatfelter for your top 10.
Coming home in 11th is going to be Brad Wilson with Maxwell Caldwell in 12th. 13th going to Justin Lewis with John David Bradford in 14th. 15th, Joshua Yarborough. 16th, Thad Teasley. Followed by Ronnie Welshel, Scott Ford Jr., Terry Litweiler, and Cale Peterson rounding out the top 20.
In 21st position, Charles Wilson. Followed by, oh man, my list is a little crazy here. Let's just go down the list. Charles Wilson, Jacob Prince. Let's see. Charles Wilson, Michael Matta, Caleb Elswick. And then Brian Curry, Trevor Dalton, Jacob Prince, Ryan Fuchs. Sorry, Ryan. I'll get it right someday. Peyton Holland, Todd Merkel, and Logan Wilson for your top 30.
And first going to be J.J. Reed with David Vladika in 32nd. 33rd going to Brandon Brock with John Kelly in 33rd, followed by 34th place finish. Jumping up there, but 34th place finisher Brandon Brock, followed by 35th Andrew Pileshi. Then Aaron Sailors, Ryan Long, Charles Whitehead, Jacob Zala, and Ryan White round out the top 40.
Very good. What a list.
Man, what a night, man.
Yeah. Oh, man. For us and for the drivers. By the time that we got to the second half of this race, it was a bit of a yellow fest, but each yellow was accompanied by an explosion. And these explosions were crazy. Look at this. This is on the last lap here. That's the final wreck. Another huge wreck. Not as big as the one before it.
Look at that. One car was on its side.
Oh, my goodness. What a slide.
We get to break out the gyro camera tonight. I think we do.
Can't park there.
You can't park there.
It says no parking. That's funny.
Who was that?
I don't know. I didn't quite catch the number as we went flying by.
Is that Matta?
That might have been 16 of Michael Matta. He did get rocked during that wreck.
Oh yeah, you see Matta got turned by Dalton, and everything that could have hit him there.
Oh wow!
That was not Matta. There was a couple cars upset.
I couldn't see it.
Can't make it out from there. Yeah, we gotta do a little bit of archaeology here. Do a little digging.
A little archaeology. All right.
Archaeology there.
Well, that was that. Phew-wee. Let's see if we can get a word in with a few of the drivers. Let's start things off with Landon Kano. Get him up here into the booth and talk to him about how the end of that race went from his perspective. Hey, Landon, can you hear us up here in the booth? All right, my man. Yep, 1 second here, Landon. Just bear with us. We're doing a little bit of technical jumbling here. All right, let's try one more time. Landon, can you hear us all right?
Yes, sir, I can.
Hey, very good, my man. Congratulations on that third place, almost first place finish. Now, you know we got to walk through that last lap there because everything went crazy behind you. What happened in that moment? What were you thinking in that moment? When you looked in, did you look at the rearview mirror and see that wreck happen? And what were you thinking when you saw it happen?
Yeah, no, I did see it in my review, and I was, please let the caution come out, you know. I got too far out ahead of them out of 1 and 2, and I was definitely hoping and praying for that caution to come out. But
You were already too far ahead of it at that point, my friend. It feels like you guys drove just well enough, and yeah, you had a jump off the line there without too much support, unfortunately. But your team looked fantastic tonight. You had 5 cars out. Is that right?
guys, yep. Yes, sir.
Wow. Can you tell me a little bit about the IT and out team? I just wanted to give you a chance to talk them up a little bit since I got you here.
Well, it's a good group of guys led by Caleb Ellswick, you know, and Robert McMillan Jr. Just a really cool team. We're all about having fun in these races and you know, kind of maximizing our day. And I think we definitely did that today.
Yeah, I'll say you guys were a force to be reckoned with. Sitting up there at the top of the field, it was really easy to pick you guys out from the crowd. You looked fantastic in your livery, and yeah, even though you were kind of a man alone there at the end, you managed to still come away with a podium finish, which is a fantastic way to start this series, my friend. Anyone you want to shout out to or say thanks to for your great drive tonight?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Obviously, the guys at IT and out, like I said, Caleb Ellswick, Michael Boone, McMillan, Brad Wilson, my teammate, Logan Wilson, all those guys. Family and friends watching at home. This is the first, you know, this is essentially my cup debut, so I'm glad I was able to put on a great finish for them, and you know, you guys put on a heck of a league. It was a lot of fun tonight.
Excellent, my friend. Well, Landon, thank you for joining us up here, and congratulations again on that third place finish, and we look forward to hopefully talking to you again real soon here on Victory Lane.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Hey, thank you. That was Landon Kano, everybody. Third place finisher here at Daytona International Speedway. I'm going to pass the microphone over to my co-host here, Sheldon Atkins, and he is going to be talking with the second place finisher, that amazing push from Jacob Ainsworth.
And sitting here with Kyle Franklin's Angel tonight, the driver of the 74 Toyota Camry, Jacob Ainsworth. And after a very quiet night from you, finding yourself up there into the podium when it matters the most, just talk me through the race, man, because it was chaotic. And honestly, we didn't have any reason to mention your name all night until those closing laps. But for good reason, of course.
I was just trying to keep it safe the whole time and just ended up where I ended up on that last restart, and it all just worked out the way it did.
So talk to me about the commitment there coming to the checkered flag to the 95 machine. Do you think that maybe if you pulled out there, you might have had an opportunity? Because you definitely had a good run built up there.
I wasn't really thinking about that there. I knew the 45 was still on my inside at that point. Didn't want to risk any shenanigans across the line. I'm more than happy with the second place.
It's like a place to start the season out, and I do believe your first season here for the J&M Group Cup Series. How you feeling about the rest of the year coming up after this great of a way to open it off?
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's got a bit of a longer season than I'm used to, but I mean, hey, I'm here for it. It seems like a lot of fun. It's some crazy racing so far, but hey, that's Daytona for you. So we'll see how the rest of the season goes.
Jacob, congratulations on the second place. Who do you want to thank and shout out for the performance this evening?
Thank you very much. I want to shout out Kyle Franklin there. I mean, he was he was doing a great job. That 45, he was doing a great job. They were both racing great. A lot of the guys around me all race were just doing amazing. Gotta thank J&M Group. They're putting this whole thing on. They're making it all possible. And I gotta thank you guys up here in the booth. You're making it interesting. I'm just sitting here on camera. You guys are doing the hard work up here.
Thanks for the shout out there, Jacob. You have yourself a great night. I'm going to hand it on over to Joe LaCastro with our race winner, the 95 machine of Kyle Franklin.
I'll have a great night.
Hey, thank you, Jacob. And let's talk to Kyle Franklin. Kyle, can you hear us up here in the booth all right?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep, we hear you pretty good, my friend. Congratulations on that win. How you feeling after that one?
I'm feeling great, guys. That was quite crazy.
Quite crazy is the right word. You were you were only you were up 4 here, but you kind of danced around a little bit during this race a little bit. Did you manage to avoid most of the big ones? I think your name came up a couple of times. We were talking about how much we liked your livery on your car, and then all of a sudden here at the end of the race, you get an incredible push out of Jacob Ainsworth. Tell us what was going. I already asked this question to Landon Kano. I'm gonna double up a little bit. What was going through your head on that last lap there?
Just keep it clean, race hard for the win, and not make any mistakes. I mean, plain and simple. Jacob there was behind me. He's a really great guy, so he had my back there. And we ended up getting around him, so which was nice and clean. And that's what I want, is a nice, clean finish.
Yes, sir. And that's what you got. You got a very clean finish, a very good-looking finish out of this race here, and you managed to come away with the first win of the series. Of the overall series too, so that puts you in pretty good standing for the rest of as we get things going here. Are you excited about where we're headed next? I'm looking that up here just to see where we're going. But are you pumped about what's next for the S&M Monday Night Cup Series?
That would be Old Atlanta, I believe.
Yes, you are correct, sir. Old Atlanta Motor Speedway. How you feel about that?
These bigger tracks, I'm a short track guy to heart, so
okay.
These bigger tracks I'm learning, and hopefully I can learn pretty quickly, because there's some really nice, fast, consistent guys in this league.
Yes, sir. Well, you are stepping up very quickly to become one of them. You were in the right place at the right time here. You had a great finish on tonight's race, and I think that, if anything is if that says anything, it says that we're going to be keeping our eyes on you for the rest of this series here. Is there anyone you want to shout out to or thank here?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you guys for being up here in the booth. Doing this day in and day out. I'm pretty sure you're here the whole season. Shout out to the guys that put this on, Ronnie Hurst and Joshua Yarborough, and the rest of, if they have any other admins. It's a place to come race, and hopefully race here in the future, and just, have a good time, have fun. Shout out to my family, Chrissy and Ellie and all them, letting me practice and run day to day. It's a lot, so if you want to be good at stuff, you got to sit there and put a lot of time in it. Franklin Racing, want to shout out to Franklin Racing, which is my stock car racing. Shout out to the guys in the league. We had a little bit of issues there, but hopefully we can get that, all dealt with. And, I think that's about it. Oh, Outcast, and I got to say thank you to Jacob Ainsworth. So if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be up here in the podium. I wouldn't be up here first.
Right, exactly. That's very true. Well, excellent, my friend. We look forward to hopefully talking to you again very soon, and go out there and celebrate this victory.
All right, thanks, guys. I really appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Kyle. Everybody, that was Kyle Franklin, your first place finisher here at Daytona International Speedway. And guess what, folks? That is going to be bringing things to a close here.
Hang on there now, Joe.
What's up?
You're getting a little ahead of yourself there now, man.
I am.
First off, I do have to say that Brian Curry, driver of the 23 car that we saw upside down on his door down the back straightaway, has been checked and released from the infield medical center.
Oh, good.
He will be okay.
Oh, good.
Great news. Everybody held their breath there for a minute while they were getting the car righted back over, and we get a great view of it here. And this is just one last look at that last wreck that we had down the back straightaway on the white flag. This is on board with the 23 machine of Brian Curry. And just for one whale of a ride. Well, this is the green-white checkered caution right here.
Here we go. Here we go.
One thing I want to notice, if you look up there at the front, you see the 95 machine packed up in the middle of that. This is with about 4 laps to go. Car gets completely destroyed during this wreck. And just the crazy part about it is, destroyed car didn't lead a single lap of the race, except for that last one that matters the most. So, great work again for getting the job done here tonight at Daytona, because that is, I told you before we went to that last, through that last set of cautions, that it's still anybody's race.
Mm-hmm.
And that got proven relatively quick after those words left my mouth. As we get a view on board here of that last wreck, though, from Brian Curry.
Yo!
Yeah, that's, how would you like to see this out your window? As Mike Skinner said on NASCAR 03.
I'd like to see this.
You see him trying to turn it. If you listen, he's got the throttle pegged right now. The wheels are still spinning. He hasn't given up yet, and now he does. But
what
a wild night from Daytona. But what a great race all at the same time. There was some incredible racing action here from J&M Monday Night Cup Series, and I am so excited to see what they do next week in Atlanta, because that's going to be a track where it's really going to come down to the drivers.
That's right, my friend. We got a week until then. It's going to be a lot of fun. Drivers, if you're watching, remember to head over to gridvision.live and get your driver information posted there. We're going to be getting all new overlays very soon here in a couple of weeks. It's going to look fantastic, and all your driver information will be displayed up there. Be sure to head over gridvision.live. Check out our brand new website and check out the information. Excuse me. Please enter your information there, and we will get it up on the screen and looking fantastic. So, yeah, what a race out of that, Sheldon. Do you have any other final parting thoughts here, my friend?
I'm just excited to be back up here in the booth covering it, and like I said, I am stoked to see what we have coming next week. But also, just be sure to fill out them driver cards. Get your pictures in there and everything. These things are going to be a lot cooler here on Grid Vision in the future.
Yes, indeed, they will be, my friend. And from the entire Grid Vision team, folks, we want to thank y'all for participating, for watching, and participating in the chat here. We've if you want to get your league broadcast, or for more information in getting your league broadcast, please reach out to us at gridvision.live, or contact us on. Sorry, let me try that again. For more information on getting your league broadcast or supported by gridvision.live, contact us on Facebook, Discord, or info@gridvision.live. Special thank you goes out to Andrew Cardinal IV of Whiplash SimCams for providing the beautiful cameras we use on all of Grid Vision's broadcasts. And congratulations again to Kyle Franklin for winning it all here tonight from Daytona International Speedway on the J&M Group Monday Night Cup Series. This has been Joe LaCastro, Sheldon Atkins, and Austin Derbyshire. And hey, we'll see you next time on the grid.